As someone who has navigated freelancing for the better part of almost 5 years, I want to use this video to shed any misconceptions or any misgivings you may have about freelancing. I believe the first common misconception about freelancing that people have is that the term free in freelancing means the worker works for free or for very meager pay. That couldn't be a more disingenuous thing to assume about freelancers. Freelancers are very highly skilled. People go into this line of work having come from corporate America, having worked from the 9 to 5. But a lot of these people coming in have a lot of skills. They've had to learn a lot of skills. I've had to learn skills along the way in my nearly 5-year journey too. Freelancers don't work for free. To assume that freelancers work for free would do a disservice to the whole sector of this economy. So hopefully that sheds some misconceptions about freelancers in terms of who we are and what we do. A second misconception about freelancing is that people don't go into this willingly. That's false. For me, in my case, I chose willingly to go into this line of work because I was struggling to find my next mid-level career step. But I kind of had freelancing on my mind for the better part of half a year when I was contemplating moving on up in the DC work environment. Numerous studies show now, especially, that freelancers willingly choose this life and choose this line of work. Why? They love the flexibility. They love being able to have multiple clients or multiple people to work with. They love being able to maximize their revenue streams, to not be constricted. They enjoy having the freedom to work, to have a better work-life balance. And especially in the wake of the pandemic, more people enjoy this type of framework of work because they can spend more time with their family, they can travel, they can adjust, they can have a lot of different creative freedom as freelancers. So to say that people are not willingly going into this line of work goes against the different statistics and the trends pointing to more people joining the gig economy. Third misconception about gig work or freelancing in general is that most gig workers feel oppressed or feel exploited by the clients or the people they work. This is probably the most common assumption you will hear from people who may be disgruntled, maybe don't like this line of work. Perhaps they want to find a way, especially if they're government regulators, to kind of control this type of burgeoning, emerging sector of the economy. You'll hear people say that they need rescuing. Let's say in the case of ride-sharing contractors, a lot of people will say and point to them as scapegoats. They need help, they need rescuing, they need to be employees, they don't need to be independent contractors, therefore they need to be unionized and to have better protections and benefits. And to say that all freelancers want that or all freelancers desire to be employees would be very disingenuous. A lot of freelancers like the independence they have. They don't want someone coming in, especially the government or a union, how much work they can do, how much money they can make. They don't like people coming in and telling them, I especially don't like someone coming in and telling me how much I can do, what my limitations are working with clients. I'm the one who's supposed to be dealing directly with the clients that I work with. No third party should come in and intervene on my behalf. I don't need someone to intervene on my behalf because I'm not exploited. In fact, the opposite is true. I'm very empowered in my line of work. I had probably my best year of earnings yet, all because I was able to negotiate my own pay to find mutually agreeable clients who supported my work ethic, support my mission. We have common goals and we align very much. And I don't need someone coming in on my behalf, tell me what is best for my business or best for my personal interests or best for my economic welfare. That's what a freelancer like myself is tasked with doing. I have no doubt that the millions of other freelancers out there, some who may be watching this video, largely agree with me that they don't want someone coming in and telling them how to conduct their business. If you want to unionize, hey, it's your choice to do it. But the majority of us don't want to be unionized. We don't want to be reclassified as employees. And I'm going to talk more about this problematic effort to regulate freelancers and reclassify us as employees for further interviews, because our new president has said and expressed interest in pursuing this type of framework to change how freelancers are identified and how we can go about our work habits. Also, many members of Congress support this too. So in a future video, I'm going to talk about this very soon and what the implications are. But for the most part, we don't want to be unionized. We don't want to be reclassified as employees because we like the freedom that comes with being independent contractors. We like picking from multiple revenue streams. We like having to choose from multiple clients. A fourth misconception about freelancers is that we all have the same skill set or we all work in the same industry. Freelancers are pretty diverse. We are also known as gig workers, but gig workers can also be known as independent contractors, moonlight workers, contingent workers, which are your Uber or Lyft drivers, those who are contingent upon a contract, and a few other categorizations. Many of us work across different industries. I work in media and general consulting. A lot of other freelancers work in trucking. They may work in catering. They may work in entertainment or radio. They may work in media as well. A tutor, translator, a writer, journalist. Freelancers can also be videographers, audio technicians, and people in other highly specialized fields. Some of us may do this full-time and have a little more leeway in our decision-making habits. Some of us are a little more constricted on a contract basis, but for the most part, we all enjoy greater flexibility. We all largely like what we do, and we like the fact that we can do work on our own terms. A fifth and final misconception I want to address about freelancing pertains to what freelancer motivations are. Why do we go into this line of work? A common refrain we often hear about why freelancers go into this because of benefits. When you're taking risks, launching a business, whether you're a solopreneur in this case, you're not out to simply just get benefits. And if you want to have benefits for your healthcare, for your dental, for other type of needs, you're more than welcome to do it. Freelancers actually have more disposable income typically to be able to set aside monies to place towards their own healthcare plans, own dental plans. And that's why people prefer to have multiple clients and to simply reject the typical employee-employer relationship, because they can make more money when they have multiple clients and then set aside that money to place towards benefits. But to say that we're largely driven by getting benefits or some sort of tangible end result, that isn't why we go into this line of work. I went into consulting in media and general consulting because I noticed there's a deficit in my industry, and I naturally realized, okay, if I want to be competitive, I have to offer good services. If I wanted to go into freelancing simply to get benefits, I would have stayed in my 9-to-5 job. I want to make my industry better. I want to offer services that are competitive. I want to be able to make my clients happier and better and to help them attain more goals. I want people I work with, let's say in the political sphere, to win their elections, to get verified on social media, to have a wider footprint. I want to see clients succeed. That should be your driving force when you go into freelancing. You're not out to chase the benefits, but those could be the added bonus when you get more money. Those are 5 common misconceptions about freelancing. Did I hit the mark? Was I off target? Let me know. I would love your feedback. If you have any questions about freelancing, misconceptions associated with it, the benefits associated with it, I'm all ears and I would love to be a resource for you all. Stay tuned for more videos about freelancing. Next, we're going to talk about the political implications of trying to reclassify gig workers as employees. You don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching.